seem to take a step out. Get some air now, let your edge out. To some iceberg, you'll be.
Hey, hey, it's hey, it's me, Danny B. Don't forget the game in, and we're welcome back to my channel. And if you're new, welcome. See, I'm already starting to forget. I was hesitating at the beginning because I wasn't sure if this was like fast forward or not. Because why is this still 38 minutes? Why is this still 38 minutes? See, this is why I couldn't do this all in one part. I couldn't. Anyway, oh my god, my nose is stuffy for some reason. Anyway, I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, we're back with the part 3 and last part of the GTA 5 house. Once again, this is Franklin's aunt's slash his and Franklin and his aunt's house. I should just say it like that. Oh, I unplugged my. 1 second, please. Okay. Yeah, so this is like the house he's living in when you first start playing as him. But yeah, there is part 1 and part 2 is up. I would recommend watching those before you watch this, but that is up to you, you know. Screenshots would be at the end of this video, and I lost my train of thought. Yeah, and then the video will be coming out on when the tour, YouTube short tour, house tour will be coming out Wednesday. So make sure you catch that, because that's where that's like the final will be. Because after I took some screenshots, I realized, oh, this was missing and that was. So I added more stuff, but did I take more screenshots? No, because I already edited them, because I did like a collage thing. So yeah, I wasn't going to take a new picture and then do that, because then I deleted the picture of the GTA and it was just too much work. But yeah, so right now I am, it was like this little teeny room. I don't know what it would actually be used for, but they just threw a bunch of junk in there, because you can't even access the door from either side. Well, you can, obviously you can access it from the outside, but you can't like open it or anything, because it's just a bunch of junk piling on it. So yeah, did I not edit this? Oh no, I was searching. I might speed this up just a little teensy bit more, because this is so long. There we go. Look at that. We're gonna do that. Okay, wait, that's a little. We'll do this. All right. So, all right. Well, basically the room I just threw a bunch of like. I mean, y'all see it, but as I was fast forwarding, I just skipped ahead a bunch, and I'm not going back, I guess. Anyway, so it was just like I just found like a bunch of different boxes. There was a ladder in like there, so I found a ladder. I didn't find, but I don't remember what pack. I guess laundry day pack, the iron board, and then there was like a pink bucket, and then there was a broken up bike, but I just put a regular, like a functional bike in there, but of course you can't get to it. I don't know if they have to walk up to the bike to be able to get to it, so it might still work. I really don't know if it just like teleports into the inventory. I don't use bikes. Like, for some reason my Sims just obtain them if they're in like university, but other than that, I don't use bikes. And I know I have grown together, so I can teach kids to have bikes. I mean, how to ride bikes. But yeah, we're gonna pass on that, because what's the point? There's no point of that. Anyway, so now we're on to living room. I think it was between the living room and Franklin's room that I like the best, like doing it the best, and then just like how it turned out. The aunt's room is kind of boring, and then the dining room boring, and then the kitchen and bathroom frustrating. So yeah, even though this living room did give me issues, you'll see it's like with the TV stand. I was trying to put stuff on top of it, and then when I was using the shelf, for some reason it kept turning diagonal. I don't know why stuff in that, because this house is not diagonal, but it kept turning diagonal. and it was weird. So I had to delete the walls to be able to put the stuff onto the on top of the TV stand, and it was like really annoying. But other than that, I like this. I'm tired now. I think it came out real cute, real cute. And the weirdest thing about this house, I don't know if this was a common thing back in the day, even though, I mean, the house is decorated a lot older than like its actual time, because I think GTA 5 came out in 2013, around that time. I'm not 100% sure, but the house is like from the 80s. That's what the vibes give. Because they even still have a big back TV, and I don't think they were that common in 2013. Even though I didn't get rid of my big back, at least in my room, I didn't get rid of my big back TV until like, I don't know, 2019, 2020. But that thing was a trooper. It survived ceilings falling on it like twice, and water and everything. That TV was amazing. I didn't want to get rid of it. I honestly wanted to keep it and then turn it into a fish tank, because I don't know what that show is called, but they like turn, I've seen them turn like those type of TVs into a fish tank before, and I really wanted that, but I wasn't paying for storage, because who knows how long before I could afford to do that, and I could find somebody to do that. So yeah, my dreams are crushed of having a fish tank TV from an actual TV, but it's okay. Anyway, I get completely off track so fast. I mean, it matches, because like I was talking about TV, and I was a big back TV, and I used to have a big back TV, and that's what I wanted to do with my big TV, but unfortunately I can't. Anyway, this couch, it was like exact match to the couch in GTA. Not the blanket, not the pillows, but the couch was like exact exact match. And this couch was from this CC pack, like this Nostalgia Living or something. So, and that was like based from the 90s or something. So yeah, this house, auntie needs to update it, you know. But yeah, and I had to like, I want to say a lot of stuff, but a few things I had to like kind of get creative with and create on my own, because the lamp next to the, I have something in my eye, you know. Ow. Maybe I'm stupid, because now that I think I'm not 100% sure if it was a lamp that had a like, I don't want to say table, but like basically like where you could put stuff on around it, or if it was just a tall table lamp on a glass table. Now that I'm thinking about it, it might have been the latter, but I just thought it was like a lamp that had like this fancy, the middle part was just like, had like a glass surrounding, I don't know how to explain it, that you could put stuff on. But that's what I did, because I don't know why I didn't think of the latter version, but I feel like it might have been, I don't know. But either way, it looks good, and it's as similar as I could get it, because for some reason I cannot find lamps. I download all this CC and stuff. I download these CC furniture packs and everything, and still the bare minimum amount of lamps, I don't, especially like floor lamps. Like I have to use the same floor lamps over and over again, because some of the Sims ones from like the packs or even the base game are just ridiculous. Like there's this cat lamp, and then there's like this, it's just, they don't, I just want normal, regular, everyday lamps, like the ones in my living room or even in my bedroom, because that one's like, I don't know, it's a cheap one. It's, yeah. But these ones, they're nice. They're like, why don't we have something simple? Just simple. We have over the top, and we have like kooky ones, or what is it? Crazy kooky, whatever. Why can't we just have like normal nice lamps? They have like that balloon one and stuff like that. What are we doing? I've done ranted about lamps so much. We are on to the next room. All right, let me, because this dining room, I didn't. There was no table big, wide, and long. There was no table the right size compared to like the table in GTA. So I had to merge 4 tables together to get it to work. So is the table functional or not? I don't know. But that's nobody's business. And then there was this cute like doily vibe tablecloth on the table. I skipped all that, but I'm gonna still talk about it. And I found a rug that matched perfectly, but you can't raise rugs up, which I guess them thinking about makes sense because it's supposed to be it's a rug. There's nowhere else for it to be but on the floor. But I wanted to use that as the tablecloth so bad, but when I would raise it, it's just not possible. I even tried to use tool to raise it, and it's still like, as soon as I exit out of tool, it just went back to weirdness. So unfortunately, I couldn't do that. So what is that from? Oh, it's a tablecloth for it's a CC tablecloth for a CC table, a coffee table, I believe. It doesn't matter. It's for a table, and like I was like, all right, I guess I'll have to use this. So I just kind of raised it up and down and up and down till I got it to the right thing to like kind of cover it, because the tablecloth in the on GTA, it did not cover the whole table, thankfully. It was just like the middle. So yeah, I made do with what I could because the stupid rug just would not cooperate with me, and I really needed that rug to cooperate with me. Anyway, so now I'm doing like this hutch, whatever. And what I ended up doing, because all the hutches were too big or the wrong color and stuff like that, so I was like, I'm gonna make my own. And I didn't know I could get this creative, because like when I watch Simmers, I'm like, how did I think of that? How did I think of that? How did I think of that? And look at me thinking of this stuff when this game made me be creative, and I'm like, oh, I didn't know I had that in me. So yeah, I used what did I use? I used a TV stand, and then I used whatever that is. I don't know if that's like I guess it's some type of shelf. I don't think it's like a end table type, like the hallway table type things. I don't think it's that. Oh no, it is. It is. I think that's what it is. Okay. Obviously that's CC, but okay. Yeah, so this was the closest I could get to the look, and I feel like it came out better than any of like the actual in-game stuff, like a hutch or like a display. I just couldn't find anything I thought was good enough, so I just did my own. And yeah, thankfully I have that. Honestly, that nostalgia pack just came in handy so much for this for this build, since like the vibes in there were like nostalgia wise, because I have this like stereo system, I had a record player, I had the records. I don't know the record player and the records I know the records weren't Nostalgia Living. That was a different like actual record pack or something. I assume the vinyls. Well, I'm not vinyls. I assume the record player came from that pack too. Even though I'm confused, because it's not called a vinyl player. Isn't it called a record player? I mean, I guess people do call them records, but they're called vinyls. So if the technical name for a record is a vinyl, why don't they call it a vinyl player? Or is that not the technical name for a record player? It's not a record player, because you know what I'm saying? Like, if there's a nickname, but that's not the actual name, why would the thing that goes with that be the nickname of it? I'm trying to think of another example. Okay, see, the examples I think of are like, how there were cassette tapes and then there was a cassette player. Now, if say people just call the cassettes like Anyway, say they had another name for cassettes, which they probably do. I just don't know. And people usually refer to the cassettes as this other name, but then the thing to play the cassettes was called the other name player. Like, why is my brain like this? Now I'm gonna have to look it up because I really would want to know. Are these the technical terms? Like, is it really called a record player? But it plays vinyls, but people refer to them as records? Or I've never heard it be called a vinyl player. I've only heard record. So I shall look it up. Because that's the type of person I am, unfortunately. Why does my brain have to do? I don't want to look this stuff up. I just want to move on, but I have to. And why did my brain think of it in the first place? Ugh. I need to take my ADHD medicine, but I don't want to because I'm grown. Yeah, I done yapped all the way to her bedroom. Yeah, see, this is... In the previous video, I mentioned how the bedrooms were way too big. This is a prime example of the bedrooms being way too big. I did shrink them like one more time, I think, but it was still too big. Like, Franklin's room ended up being fine for the most part. Like, it was with size. Her room was just too big because how squished it was, like, in the actual game, like in GTA, compared to how, like, it's not squished in here is crazy. Because her room is actually the neatest room of the whole house. Like, all she had was a vanity and then a dresser, a nightstand, stuff on the wall, and then maybe she had a plant. But I think the plant, she may have had a plant I have a plant on, like, one side of her bed. So she didn't have much in there, but it was so small. And when you walked in there, like, you were so squished. So her room was teeny, which is, I guess, maybe that's why she had to keep it so neat. But yeah, as how small it was, like, the dressers in vanity should be a lot closer to her bed than they are. And her bed was in the middle of the room, but it's still so far away from the door and stuff. So yeah, but anyway, and in order to make the vanity, because usually what I try to do is find a dresser that's the, like, right height to put a chair at it and it will actually look right. But this time I decided to use a desk and then, like, a chair because it'll automatically clip there. And then I just put a mirror above the desk and try to get the colors about the same. And then I just added clutter, and I think that came out it looks a lot better because it actually gives more of a vanity vibe, and I could clutter it better, and the chair sits at it, so they could actually sit at that and then, you know, act like they're doing their makeup or something. And then it's fine because with this room, she had an actual dresser in there too, so, like, you still have the dresser function because there's a dresser in there. So I really like that, and when I want to do vanities, I might do that more often by just using, like, a desk because it just worked out so much. And then there's more space and everything, and then, like, I don't have to struggle to find a dresser that's the right height and width to go with a chair. So yeah, I do like that. And, you know, see, I'm thinking of new things. This build got me really creative, and I guess that's how builders get so creative, because they have to keep, you know, figuring out new ways to do stuff that they just can't find in the game, or they can't find the CC, or, like, who feels like going down a rabbit hole trying to find some certain CC, and when you can just figure out how to do that. I was Googling because I have the TV on. I always have it on, just on mute when I'm recording, and yeah, it was Family Guy, and Peter was doing something stupid. Oh my god, I need to start looking at that. But this woman was obsessed. Well, I don't know if she redecorated after, like, the mom, like, her sister Franklin's mom passed, but there's so much artwork. I was running out of artwork. Like, well, I have plenty, but, like, that fits the vibe, because hers was more like, I don't even know how to describe it. Like, tribal and I don't want to say witchy. What is that like? What is this? What is the signs like Leo and stuff called? Astrological? No, that doesn't sound right. What's your sign? What is astrological? I don't know, but it's giving those type of vibes because she has like the like stuff with the eyes, and then like tribal wise, and then she has like the animals, but like that I don't know the word I'm trying to think, but like when you have like it's that specific design when it's like this like little twinkly stars and like the eye in the middle of the picture and stuff like that type of vibe. I cannot think of the name right now, but yeah, so I found some good stuff like within like the actual Sims. Honestly, I think I use more of like actual sim packs and like that than over CC for the artwork. But yeah, then I started having to repeat stuff at a point because I was just like, I don't know what else to use. I don't have that much when it comes to CC and that type of vibe. That's just not my vibe in the general, so it's not like stuff I would download. But yeah, alright. Now we're on to Franklin's room. His room, I struggled with for the fact of the windows. They were driving me crazy. Like, the height of the windows just were annoying me. As I had moved them up and down so many times, I was like, I can't keep changing these. Because if I moved one up on one side, I had to move up all of them. And then I was like, I don't want to do that. And with the window in the front, if I move that down, then I have to move the other ones in the front down, and then they would have been too far down in the living room, because like that's what the living room windows are, the ones in the front. So if I moved those ones down, they would have been too low, but these are too high, and like it was just some things that did not make sense in this game, and it might have just been my placement as well, but that was one of the things. So yeah, I didn't know what to do. But his room was so cluttered. It was ridiculous. But I think I did a pretty good job. I like how it came out. I had to get creative with certain stuff, but yeah. And I did skip because his room did take forever, because like just trying to find cluttering isn't, I wouldn't say difficult, but when you're trying to find specific clutter, then it can get a little difficult depending on what you're looking for, especially if you don't know like the names of stuff, because I can't always figure out what to type to search, so then you have to scroll, because if I don't know what pack it's from, I don't know how people know that. They just be knowing what packs everything are from so they can filter. All I can do is filter between CC and no CC. I don't know what packs stuff are. Even the stuff I use often, I don't know what pack it's from. So that takes me a while, and I'm like, I'm not going to show that. But yeah, and for the TV stand, I did end up using 2 counters, because that was just the best vibe, because I needed the storage, and only TV stand like that was just way too huge to fit in this room. So the counters were kind of perfect, so I did do that. But anyway, I've been rambling for all 3 parts, and I apologize, because I'm gonna be real, it seems like y'all like it better when I don't do commentary, which, I mean, you like what you like, but it's like, jeez, y'all hate my voice or something, because every time I do a no commentary one, it seems, and I like mention it's no commentary in like the title, it seems to do better than the ones that have commentary. So I mean, honestly, y'all can be honest with me. If y'all rather not hear me talk through like the builds, and you just want music, like you want no commentary for builds, let me know, because I'm not gonna waste my time talking if you guys don't want me y'all rather just not have talking. Like it won't bother me if y'all prefer it, because I mean, I'm gonna do videos I like, but I want y'all to enjoy them too. So if for like stuff like this, when it comes to building, if you prefer no commentary, just let me know in the comments, and I'll do more like I'm not gonna do no videos. I'm not gonna stop doing commentary builds, but I'll do no commentary ones more often. I mean, it saves me time in the long run anyway, so just let me know. But yeah, for real, if you guys can let me know in the comments down below which one you would prefer. I might do a poll as well, but yeah, just let me know. My feelings won't be hurt. I just rather, you know, not waste my time talking all the time if you guys would prefer more no commentary ones, which I don't, like I said, I don't have a problem doing it. Just let me know. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it if you got it this far. Like if you haven't yet, subscribe if you aren't yet, and you never know, there may be some nonsense at the very end of this video, so you know, stay tuned. But I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye. It's my hello. Job's gone. Brad, what you gonna do? Job's gone.
My mind seems to take a step out. Get some air now. Let your edge out. To some iceberg, you'll be heavy.